Good evening, my gooballs. I'm Mary Jane Blank, and even though in the last one I said it was the last time I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna go back to try to play more Gish. Okay. I have to remember what the fucking controls are. Remember you can stick to things. I remember why I stopped playing now. Woohoo! Uh oh, I got a D. There we go. Fuck. I'm in the lava. I'm in the flava. Shit. Start, please. I'm enjoying the metal at least. Woohoo! Ah! Mario! Gish Mario! Gish Mario! Mario! Oh, I die. I don't know if I've gotten past this lava pit, you know? Okay, start. Or, enter. It's not start. If you can use a controller, I'm not. I don't know that that's possible. I really wish... I don't know. I just wish I had a better computer, to be honest. Shit. Oh, that was fun. I am actually enjoying... I am enjoying the actually relatively... You know... It's, The physics feels very consistent, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't hate the game for its mechanics. I don't hate the game either. But, ah, fuck. It's a little bit, whatever. Especially with the lake. Nope, I'm dead. I like how slow it is, too. I got one life, but it's all fine. Weehoo. Wahoo. Alright. I hope I'm playing on easy, because I don't want to play on normal. Fuck, die again. Line Zippo. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so I guess that's all it is. My only goal is to get past this level. Just to get to 3-2. You know? Just to get to World 3-2. That's all I need. In this game. Not in this world. I'm like, in this world. No. Ah, motherfucker. Shit my pants. That's what I have to say about that. Oh, no! Crap. Something embarrassing about me. Weehoo! Wahoo! I'm like, I'm already trans. Not that it's an embarrassing thing to be trans, but like, basically, like, our society, American society's, like, senses of embarrassment are all around gender anyway, and so being trans, it means I've been exposed to both, like, weird expectations of women and of men. Not so much, actually, fortunately not so much for women, but I guess it's because my parents, my parents both have the same value, so, like, they would have both taught me. They would have taught me to value, like, intelligence and whatever, no matter what. It just so happens that we're in a society where that's the new thing for, oh, conservative men now. These motherfuckers weren't a thing when I was a youngin'. When I was a youngin', oh gosh! It was all things like, even, oh fuck. It's really funny. Oh god. In the 90s, even the Nazis were more optimistic. Like, what the fuck? It's really interesting because, like, right? We're trapped. Whoa, fuck. We're trapped sort of where capital controls our lives and profit controls the capitalists, right? Fuck. And they get more and more power because money is power. And so the only way, there's only two ways I can see us, like, I'm not even saying like return quote unquote the balance to society, but like create a balance for society would be to whoa. Well, it would be to make the money worth less, not worth nothing, but just not the same as it is now. Uh, that's one possibility. So like there's that. But like that doesn't change anything. Actually, that doesn't do nothing. That's a bad one. Don't take that one off the list. Actually, so number one, there's the sort of what people kind of refer to as like authoritarian, like communist, and the you know the more I learn, the more I understand the appeal. Like I'm still an anarcho-socialist, like really at my core. My core. I don't believe in a core being, but you know what I mean. Like, uh, I fuck. I sympathize with uh, communists of all strides, and we are allies. Well, not enemies. Like we're allies. Yeah, we have more similar goals than like. But anyway, point being, so yeah, so there are two methods I can see. One being just like reappropriating the money from the capitalists or the capital, so like kind of what the Soviet Union did with land, but using instead maybe even just money in this case, right? So like what a lot of people propose and what I would like to see too, I think would be good, just in general. Woo. Uh, you know, Short of a full like communist reform of the government. But please, no, not Leninists. Please, Leninists, let other communists lead the way. Okay, that's my rant. That's my saying my unsolicited advice, my unwanted advice that no one should listen to. Don't listen to my advice. That's the only good piece of advice I've ever given, is don't listen to anyone's advice. Take no advice for granted. Because everyone has an agenda, even me. My agenda is to get you to distrust authority, to understand that inherently I got crushed. Inherently trusting authority. Oh, I got crushed because I was Rocco. Because I was Rocco's Modern Life. Fudge. Fuck. I'm like super meat boying this right now. Like I'm acting like I have got infinite lives, but I do not. But it doesn't. I do, but I don't. No, I do. Even though I have 5 lives, it's irrelevant on quote-unquote easy mode. Easy mode really being... Ah! Get out of here. I mean, I could have tried that, I guess, to get good at all the levels, but, like, this is taking me, what, 20 tries? 30 tries already? And I barely get past that I got past a lava pit twice. You know? Actually, yeah, you know what I should probably do? I should probably become slimy. I should become a sticky slime. I mean, I'm already goo, but you know what I mean. Because the S button for S for slime. Okay. I just need to, like, fucking stick to this thing. Please go in the lava. No work for me. Fudge! Buttons! Fuck! Okay, anyway. So, yeah. So, we can expropriate the things of value forcefully, which seems more and more likely as like the only solution, which would be to do something like that, just because woo, billionaires are accruing more power, and all that's doing is letting them also accrue more propaganda, because these billionaires are funding PACs and and propaganda. It basically like they're just utilizing what they can to maintain that position of power. So it's not great. But a solution I support more so, not that I'm the expropriating one I understand completely, and in fact, like, you know what? If imagine if that could be voted on, Imagine two-thirds of, like, I think if that was voted on by the people, right? If that was like a direct vote, I have a feeling that uh, that might be what happens. But you can't predict democracy. Democracy is pretty intense for that reason. That like, woo! But that's actually why it is so good too. That's why it's flawed, but it's the best one it's the best we got because it does have a built-in sort of adaptability to it, which I like. Oh fuck, because not relying on a family or a specific group. Well, not relying on a specific group of a bunch of catty bitches, a bunch of divas, like Nazis. Nazis are catty bitches who ultimately hate each other as much as they hate anybody else, and hence why fascism is doomed to fail. Like, there's no world in which there's like a fascist utopia because it doesn't exist. When there are no more foes to conquer, they will conquer each other themselves. You know what I'm saying? It seems to have happened in reality, in the real life. Why is this going on? Why is this happening? Oh, fuck off. Um. Anyway, enough about Nazis. So the other thing we can do is the tax, like progressive taxes that people want to make. Like, I actually kind of think that as a society, we should probably agree that no one should have $1 billion. And you know what? So okay, let's take a moderate, like a liberal or conservative position on this one, right? Let's take a centrist position, right? So that would be um, so it would be like so what the Democrats would propose. Fucking for some reason, Republicans can never propose this because they've decided to make socialism their enemy, even though obviously there's good elements to socialism that will work for anyone. Fuck you! I hate this so much. Um, and that's why the social democracies of Europe are a good model to follow because essentially they do both. They provide an open enough market for profiteering, and they have union protections and health care. So like, obviously it's not perfect, and like, yeah, the biggest problem in a lot of these cultures, just like in our own, is prejudice and racism and traditionalism and whatever. Well, fuck me. Not to try to shit on you too much if you're a traditionalist. God damn it. I fucking hate this so much. I guess you can slide underneath it in time. It didn't feel like it, but I think it's fine. But yeah, so you can just progressive tax them, which is what the United States used to do. After FDR, that was a thing that sort of Franklin Delano Roosevelt proposed during his New Deal era of socialist changes. Like basically the last socialist president, because he was a hybrid. He was a social democrat, really. To put it in terms that the fucking only social democrats and democratic socialists and all these, it's so stupid. There's all these confusing ass terms, and like they are useful. That's the worst part about it is they're useful terms, and I do not like them, but they're useful, so I gotta use them. So anyway, so basically, yeah. So he, like Richard Wolff opines that it was, it was the end of American socialism because that was basically the agreement that he made was between, oh god, between, he made agreements with, um, the, like, probably the Democratic Socialist Party or whatever the Socialist Party thing, or whatever the kind of socialist thing there was at the time, and said, we can get this deal, but we can't advocate for overthrowing capitalism. And he went to the capitalists and was like, you got us into this mess, you're going to pay for it. Apparently. This is Richard Wolff's explanation of it. But, like, so that's one way to look at it, is that, if he hadn't done that, there would instead be, less directly checked sort of socialist kind of influence, but, like, also at the same time, like, could not have gotten those socialist policies passed. Like, as far as I know, no one before or since has been anywhere near as socialist as this, like, little rich kid who, like, cared more about his. Oh, God. I need to learn about FDR. I'm sure he's a complicated and bizarre figure. It's got a lot of. Shit. But anyway. So, yeah, let's tax the billionaires. No one should have $1 billion. You can have 999 million, and that's your max. You're maxed out. Sorry. Sorry, bro. 999 million, that's it. No one person should have $1 billion. It's too much money. Nobody, no billionaire seems to be doing that good with it. Like, my favorite story is the Elon Musk trying to send a car to Mars, and fortunately, it failed because it was contaminated, and thus would have contaminated any, like, searches for life on Mars. Isn't that fucked? So Elon Musk could have ruined the entire future of biology for the next 100 generations because that's how long it's kind of going to take for us to get shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Probably, like, my guess is like a couple, maybe 100, maybe 1,000. Probably closer to 1,000, I would say. Probably closer to 1,000. But I did say earlier today to somebody, because I made a comment about 2145, and I was like, well, or 2125 or something like that, and I'm like, well, it'll be like, she asked me, like, do you think it would be any different? And I was like, well, it could be as different as a century ago was to us. So as revolutionary change as, like, as the internet and planes is what I said. Like, I think those are the two most miraculous inventions of the 20th century. Obviously, there's a lot more inventions and some more interesting ones, some with huge impact. Obviously, nuclear weapons being a huge one, but I think that the most, like, miraculous is a weird term for an atheist to use, because it's like the most awe-inspiring. The things that, like, if I were a person in the 19th century would have thought was impossible. Actually, no. I guess internet is not so much that, but it is definitely kind of that. It's not so much that because people had telegraphs in the 19th century. That's how Thomas Edison grew up, and it's hilarious. I read these biographies. Oh, job, oh, job. As a child, I read these biographies of different people that were written for kids. So obviously, they're not too. They were pretty brief. Give you pretty much an overview of their lives. But I remember them being pretty good. Woo. And fuck me, dead. Fuck off. All right. Okay. But yeah, I think that would be good. Like, again, a more moderate position, like, someone's going to claim, like, oh, no one should have more than $10 billion or whatever. But the problem is, again, like, if that's the moderate position to there should be no billionaires, is no one should have more than $10 billion, then I would like to argue. I would then, if that's going to be the moderate position to that, to achieve what I want, then what I would propose, the more extreme version that I would propose would be, I guess it would be just a complete expropriation. It's like, all right, I'm going to start negotiating at taking all of, like, taking, like, I don't know, ownership of land, definitely of land and home, or not homes, I don't know. Just redistributing it. Yeah. Well, really, just honestly, the thing about it, the downside being, of course, redistributing it to. Fuck. But yeah, the other problem being, of course, the imperial powers that be. That the reality is that we can achieve our dreams. our goals are not impossible. You know, anarcho-socialism is not impossible. There are, you know, there are a couple, not many. There's some anarchist, you know, there's a couple anarchist enclaves out there that are pretty good, pretty big, and like they survive. Like Rojava only survives because of their military strength. You know what I mean? Like they're pretty cool. In my opinion, and I guess I can't claim that they're totally anarchist, but there's a lot of anarchistic principles, and anarchists love it there. Well, at least they did before Turkey invaded, of course. But anyway, so that's my point, is that that's the problem, is that any of these, like, we can construct them ourselves, because that's part of the issue, is that they have to kind of be, you have to kind of be divorced, because, like, so that is the problem, right? Is like, okay, so America as it is today, right? Today, literally today, now, this, I don't know what will have come of this by the time you're watching this, but literally today, or last night, was when the United States drone strike bombed that Iranian military leader, and we are all. I'm trying to trend no war with Iran. I hope that that's worked, and that there is no war with Iran in your future, in your present, I mean, and your future, to be honest, obviously. I don't want any of that shit, and especially no endless wars. We're trapped in endless wars, but anyway, that's where I'm getting at. So imagine we get like actually like communist president. Let's just grant me this premise. Like somehow they sell themselves as like a moderate Democrat, centrist. You know what I mean? But they're a fucking full-on commie. Okay. Fuck. Um. But the problem is the way that it's all set up, right? You expropriate that. Whoops. You take that money in taxes. You know, actually, what I think is the most sensible solution is to take it in taxes. That's what I would like to do first. You know, that's the moderate position I can be negotiated down to. Um, but ah, but yeah, I think that ultimately expropriation might be what's necessary. You might have to take it from them because they won't give it up otherwise. They'll find ways to fuck with you. Because like that's kind of the issue too, is that there's a lot of worldwide shit problems. Now, I would find it very cool. See, that's the problem. The other problem is global competition is the reason that, you know, we can't just eliminate billionaires, even though, fuck me, I want to. Again, billionaires are bad, and no one should have $1 billion. $1 billion is too much money for a single person, and it's just too much money for a single person. It's like, fuck me, fuck this. I hate this so much. I do hate this. This is a hell again. I'm in hell. Like, now I remember why I stopped playing this. I've been playing this for 20 minutes, and I haven't even I've gotten nowheres. I've gotten through, like, probably, if I could see the level, like, on one of those Prima guides or whatever, it would be like, you know, imagine it stretches across your screen. I'm like a quarter of the way through it. Right? I'm like, oh no, okay. Wahoo! But yeah, woo! But yeah, so anyway, the issue being so yeah, I'm proposing no other changes to our system, just somehow a communist becomes president, okay? So a communist becomes president and even expropriates all of the, you know, expropriates the wealth of capitalist class, you know. So basically, I don't know, dismantles banks, you know, takes over all loans. I don't know. I don't know what else you could do. I'm not a Marxist, so I don't know, unfortunately. But I did buy them. I did buy Capital and the Communist Manifesto for myself for Christmas. So I'm gonna have definitely a Marxist 2020 for sure. Whoa! I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't like it. This sucks. Oh my god, the clip when it restarts is so bad too. Fuck me. Please slip away. Uh-oh. How did I die? What hurt me? What hurt me and how did I die? What the fuck was that about? Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, so the issue being like imagining that the everything else is the same. Like somehow, let's imagine somehow a third candidate comes out and they're a fucking commie. Okay? Some kind of communist that becomes president. Okay? So even expropriating all of the value of the capitalists into the welfare state, like without Congress's support, like what you probably would end up doing is reinforce using that money the same way that the presidents for the last, you know, 50 years have used it, all on military spending, you know. And so it's like we have no more billionaires, but but we still have useless billion-dollar jets that catch fire in the rain or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we have more fundamental problems that also need to be solved and reconciled before we can even get to redistributing resources. Oh, motherfucker! I hate this shit so fucking much. Negative feeling. It's just easier to say I hate this shit than just I don't know how to more vaguely express a negative feeling, you know? It's just like, oh, frustration, you know? Pus. Bile. Ugh. Black bile, green bile. Are those even things? Is black bile even a thing? Is that a real thing? I think those are both just the same thing. I think they're both just bile. That'd be like saying there's blue blood and black blood, or blue blood and brown blood, you know? Because blood is blue in your veins, but it's like red and brown in the outside of your veins. You know? That is some medieval pseudoscience. Well, I can't even claim, you know, it's hard judging things from, you know, some of the cultures I came from. There were definitely a bunch of morons in the Middle Ages. Yeah, no. My ancestors, I don't think my ancestors were really much in the cradle of civilization, but then again, you don't have to go back that far. No! Shit. So, again, full disclosure, it's been maybe a month since I played this game. Probably a month. Oh, shit. Could be longer. No, probably not longer than a month, but something like a month. Because I definitely started it over a month ago, so. Probably not a month, actually, then. Probably only a few weeks. Time is just fucking nothing to me now. Time is just what is time? What is time? Time, time. What is time? Do you have enough time? No time to lose. No time to lose. No time to lose. No time to lose. It's a bizarre Monty Python sketch, as though I had to specify it would be bizarre. I think I could just have to say it's Monty Python sketch. You know? Like any good white millennial, of course I like Monty Python, you know, in my day, in my day, really. Because Every single thing Monty Python ever made basically was made before I was born, so it's all definitely a much different vibe. Actually, like, I was born right before Graham. Oh fuck! It's been too long. Oh come on, the guy who would play the main characters in all the movies, because he was the most charismatic, and that was the best part. Was that he was definitely the most charismatic and authoritative of the whole group, even over John Clooney. Fuck, I hate this so much. Um, you know the guy I'm talking about, John Cleese, the guy who made that really awful Faulty Towers series. Sorry, did not enjoy it myself. Found it pretty cringeworthy. At least I think it was the last episode. I don't know if there was two series or not. I know there was. I did watch at least one series, so I watched at least like 6 episodes like 10 years ago. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is that, well, there are no absolutes and there are no universal truths. There's only the close proximity, close approximations of those things. And that's why the best we have is statistics and data. So, what that is essentially, right, is just taking information and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, uh, you know, you look at you get information that you're looking for, and you compare it from different places, right? And you see like what's working in one place and what's not working. You know, what's working or not working in any given place. You know, and this is oof, this is how education kind of advances, as far as I know. A lot of those kind of things. Ooh. Fuck off. This is so bad, though. I hate this so much. Alright. It's fine. Ah, I'm falling to death. Okay, fuck this game. You know what? I am done with it. I lied to myself that I would want to play this fucking game again. Fuck this fucking game. Alright. Well, I'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Please, just have a good time with your life.